Am I live? Hello, hello, hello. I am actually live. Okay, I figured it out. Let's see here. Stream. So, hello everybody. I know there's nobody here yet. First stream from the channel. Thank you for rewatching this if you are rewatching this. Yeah, I'm just sitting here in the bus, hanging out. My friend Jerry is going to be joining us shortly. Hello, Tuat Sun. Is that how you say it? Tuat Sun? One of my loyal viewers, always commenting. I always appreciate your comments. Thank you for joining. Thank you for commenting. Can you hear me? To AZ Sin. Sun. Like AZ, like Arizona? To at AZ Sun. Pretty straightforward. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. 6 viewers. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm just trying out this live streaming thing for the first time on YouTube. Fun fact about me, if you don't know, I'm a video producer. And I have a lot of video producing equipment that makes it nice to do live streams with. I have a little switcher here. It's a secondary angle, but if I click on this, you can see there's a super big delay on my end. Oh, there it is. Hi. That is where Jerry's going to sit here and chat with me. How fun is this? And so yeah, I got 2 angles. I'm going to switch to the other one. Ugh. So there may be a couple spoilers in the bus because I haven't made a video in a while. I've gotten to doing a couple things that I haven't shown. But hi, da maison de best. The maison? The house, is that French? The house de best. Yeah. I gotta check the audio. Make sure you guys can hear me. Hello, hello. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear myself. So anyways, yeah, I got a lot of video equipment to do this kind of stuff, and I figure why not? I'm super inconsistent with making YouTube videos, which I'm very sorry for. I wish I was better at it. I have like 5 videos that are like half shot. And life just happens so fast, and I want to create like a nice story. And I forget to film things, or the story kind of dead ends, and then I'm too quick to give up. Nah, it's a random username. I couldn't find another name, but my name is Mason. Hi, Mason. That makes more sense. I don't actually speak French, so I just thought like la maison was house. But Mason makes more sense. Hi. Yeah. I'm a bit scatterbrained, so I don't know what I was saying. It's gone. Oh yeah, videos. Yeah, anyways, I've shot lots of things. I haven't gotten around to... I've edited some of them a bit, and then I kind of give up, which is unfortunate. Let me go on to OBS. I might change to my original usernames. What is your... Well, don't release it because someone might steal it on this chat with 7 people. One of these 7 people might steal your name. Hopefully, I'm going to replay this. Like, I'm going to put this on YouTube after the fact so people can watch it. I feel like whenever I'm on YouTube, I always miss the live chats, and I always end up watching, like rewatching the chats, or rewatching the live streams. So, live, people, like after the fact, people might see it. OBS. Okay, I can see the chats on here. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining. Hey, Bob. What are your plans for this year traveling? I'm hoping to travel by the end of this year. I'm like super broke, and this bus is expensive to drive. So like I'm gonna do a lot of like local travel in like at least Ontario, but like outwards beyond that, I just don't think it's within my financial budget for the first, I'd say, you know, like this until the end of summer. I'm going to be stuck around here working. But hopefully by winter time I can do something. I'd really, really love to go to Skoolie Palooza. One of my close friends who also has a Skoolie and built it in Sudbury, he went to Skoolie Palooza and I was supposed to join him, but I couldn't afford it. And he looked like he had a really great time. So I'm going to make my volume just a bit louder. I'm putting my audio through this little audio interface, and I noticed it makes like a crackling sound, which is a problem. There, okay. That's the black is still really low. Or, there's a little needle I'm watching. You should do a gaming. So there's like a little animation in my way here. You should do a gaming video, like me playing video games. Gaming. I don't really game much. I have a PS4. That I play like Fortnite on with my friends. And no, the color of the bus and the look of the bus is not inspired by Fortnite. But in person, I'm always hearing kids say, "Ooh, the Fortnite battle bus," or "the battle bus." It's like just such a coincidence that they look similar. I'm at the point where I'm going to just paint the rims yellow and just go with it. But I have an Xbox 360. Me and my friends have been playing that for a little bit. I was playing Guitar Hero. Where is the game controller? Da-da-da. Oh, it's right here. Me and my friends were playing Guitar Hero a couple days ago. I just used the monitor that I'm using right now, and we just... It's kind of fun. Brings back memories. Since you have the vids half shot and haven't posted, where are you in terms of construction of the bus? Construction of the bus. So it's all interior stuff. The technical parts are done. So water system is done. Electrical system's obviously done. Like I have a bathroom. I have, you know what? I can actually use, now I'm going to mess up the camera angle. That one's wireless, so I could actually move it around and you'd see what I'm doing. But anyways, this, like the stuff that you've seen of the bus at the back is the same. Kitchen is the same right here. The living room area, I have dinettes half done. And I've made a pretty unique dinette system. So like a pull-out thing that I'll show you guys. I used to like try to hide the things I've done to like create this perfect release of the information. I'll just show you guys. And I've also did a bench. So the front is like half done. I just need to do some cushions. I need to do the walls and make them look nice. The floor is done. I think I said that in a previous video. But the floor, I'm still not happy with the floor. If you guys watched my, what did I call it? Entranceway video. I'm not pleased with the flooring. It's breaking apart. I don't know if I just used a shitty floor material or if I did it wrong or if it's not meant for vibrations in a bus. I don't really know, but I don't like it. So yeah, I really just gotta like finish the walls, finish the dinette, have a seat. Then I can sit in here and work like on a computer. And just, it's kind of just the lounge space. I can cook. I've lived in here for the last year, so I've just been making it more practical as I go along. Bob says better, like I better travel. Since you have the vids half shot. That's okay, so I just responded to that, yeah. Yeah, okay, screw it, I'm just going to switch to the other camera angle so you can see. So this is the front of the bus. Screw it, I'm just going to pick you up like a camera. So this is the front of the bus. So this is the dinette I made. Jerry's going to be sitting here. But this kind of like pulls out. And it's also got a toe kick, which I have not seen in any other build. Same as there. And this is kind of like the finish I ended up getting, which is like a black, but you can still see the grain. And then this is the bench. So in here has the heater, and I also made a little like area for shoes and a little shoe rack. So, and then this is my setup. This is going to echo like crazy with the video signal, but this is the one camera attached to a wall. This is my audio thingy, so if I go like this, and then now you can hear me again, and then this is my switcher and audio. So yeah, and this is the camera I'm doing that with. I'm going to stop chatting and watch. I'm gonna go watch all my videos. I encourage you to go check it out. I put a lot of effort in the different videos. Here comes Jerry. Gotta set up his camera angle again. How do I even see this? That's good. Hold on. Where's the transmitter? 1 second. Just do that. I don't know where the transmitter is.
Are you on right now?
I'm on. And Jerry's here.
And Jerry's here.
And Jerry's. And we got on OBS, so I can't see.
Oh, you have 2 shots. I love
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful. The internet is not ready for what's
I know.
happening.
They're like, this guy's making his first live chat
am I
ever.
sitting here?
You sit right there if you want.
Right
You know how you kind of like
no,
always.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we normally.
Because then you can kind of lean like this and eat.
Oh, you're mic'd up. Look at this.
You're gonna be. Here's your mic.
Am I mic'd? Ah, I love it. Where do I put it? Hi, everyone.
I gotta switch the camera angle so you can see.
Is that a reasonable? Well, I've got my DJI mic. I love this.
Isn't this cool?
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Cool sitting at the left.
You're about to watch me eat food.
Yeah. So
Is anybody watching us live right now?
We have. Hold on. I'm on OBS, so I can't see the viewer count.
Well, he's doing that.
Me.
I'm putting together what is called a Buddha bowl. And I got some extra falafel on it. I love the crunchiness of falafel. Oh boy.
You're doing really well right now.
This is my conversation.
Yeah. That's okay.
I don't know what to do. It's just like, well, I don't know.
What do I do with my hands? I don't know.
A million people are just going to tune in.
No,
I don't know if this actually gets to my YouTube channel as well.
I don't know. I put.
Are these comments?
Those are comments. Wow. We got like 3 people. We got 2.
Bob's here.
Bob. I know Bob. Yeah.
You know? Oh, you know Bob.
Yeah, I know Bob. Yeah, that's
Bob,
Alex.
good to see you. Bob and I are getting together next week.
Hold on, I gotta like switch the camera angle because hold on, I'll go on here.
Oh, I can't show both.
It doesn't show both. Yeah. So that's
Hi,
you.
Bob. Glad to see that you're here. This is me about to eat food in front of everyone because I'm starving.
His mic is not on.
Oh, that's fine. Who needs to hear me? Really, I'm just doing a lot of talking.
Thank you guys for helping us with this.
Let me tell you, this would be so much easier with a table.
Bob says hi.
Yeah, Bob, super great guy. Which is interesting that both Adam and I know him. Can you hear me?
I could hear you through the mics over there.
I'm going to put it here. I don't want you to have to listen to me chew.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, so it's all you now? Good, I can put a mouthful of food in here?
We're going to hear you chew. We're going to listen to it as we
So did you come up with topics to discuss?
Well, I mean...
That's a solid no. All right.
I do have topics. Look at this. I wrote in like the biggest writing ever because I couldn't find a pencil.
I'm glad to see you wrote it in crayon.
My current situation, I wrote intro Jerry, and then I wrote live broadcast. I don't know what that means.
I love this. This is great.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think there's like 7 people watching, so I'm not super nervous.
You should be. Those could be some very important 7 people, Bob specifically.
Yeah, it's all Bob. You're very important to us. Please don't leave because the quality's bad.
He's the only person that's going to give you a shit. You know what? He's too positive. He'd be like, you know what? You guys did a really great job.
Well, he was asking about like where are we going to travel, and I had to kind of break it, but I'm too broke to travel. So.
It's not even that you're too broke. It's just that the bus is too broke.
Okay. So we had to talk about that.
Here, do you want to turn the camera for a second?
To you. Oh. Okay, we're gonna just show them. All right, this is the most interesting live stream ever.
Let's wait a moment.
Oh, it'll just push it right now.
Oh, wait. Oh, what the? So first of all, you're thinking that's a push button, not a key. It's been changed and modified. That's not the problem. This is some other problem that is evading us every time we try to fix it. So we just forget about that, and this is actually just a house. It happens to have wheels that are non-functional. This is just a house.
As positive as that is.
Yeah, you got to look at it with positivity. Here, I'm going to sit here.
You gotta, like, set your own. Oh man, I keep.
It's fine. You want me to?
It's
The fact that this is completely wireless and not attached to anything, I could just go outside and go for a walk.
Yeah.
which is I find very impressive about this whole situation.
So yeah, what do we got here? So the problem is the bus sometimes starts, and if I wiggle a relay, it'll start, but it might shut off while I'm driving.
Which it has done.
I was in the middle of an intersection in Sudbury, like the busiest area at 5 o'clock, and I was at the front of the line to turn left at a stoplight, and the bus just shut off.
So actually, the worst place that you, as I can see the shot change, the worst place that you could shut down because you're at the front of the line, so there's people piling up behind him thinking, well, I'm sure he'll just go at some point. And then to go left, if they need to, they had to go around the right side and make an awkward blind left. You don't need the technical details, but for those of you that are car guys or whatnot, not a good place to be.
No, not a good place to be in rush hour, and I just left a meeting, and I know that the people who are at that meeting are also going to be taking that road, so I'm like, oh my goodness, they're going to see me broken down. It's going to be so embarrassing. Not great. Okay, I'm going to catch up a little bit. Livestream, his mic is not on. We got that, I think.
Is the audio okay? Does everybody think it sounds good? What is your channel name?
Adam and Atlas. YC. Where did you get the food? Bob's asking.
Bob, I went over to the Laughing Buddha. God, chickpeas are killing me here. The Laughing Buddha, it's called a Buddha bowl, and I replaced the hummus that they normally bring it with. Give it to you with, so I'm a little tired. And I replace it with garlic, and then I get extra little falafel balls, because I love falafel.
So good. So that's the that's the food segment of this.
Hopefully it's a short one.
Every YouTube channel, like every travel YouTube channel, always has like a big food segment to kind of fill up the video, and that was it. We brought you along just to fill that section with some food.
So I'm out of here now?
Yeah, you actually have to cook the whole thing in front of everybody.
Sweet. I love this.
We really got to fill this video up.
I'm in.
Jerry's sound is better than Adam. Jerry's sound is better than
No, Jerry sounds better than Adam.
Oh,
yeah, just in general. It's my voice.
Yours is over here. Am I too loud?
Yeah, give us more details. Who said that?
I really should be able to monitor this. So.
Oh, can you put headphones on so you can hear it?
I can, but I'm going to hear myself.
Yeah, first of all, just let everybody know that, like, thank you for coming along for this. This is also just kind of like a test to see how this live streaming system is going to work. And I think you were considering getting yourself like a Stream Deck, which with that is almost a far more advanced version of a Stream Deck, in my opinion. Yeah. That works just as well, but it doesn't have...
This is good for the video feed. This is good for the video feed, like cutting in between things. But
right.
It's not perfect for like effects and replays and stuff like that. I don't know.
Did you see Jerry eat the tomato? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Yeah, just hit a button. Like, there's no way I can program that on the fly. Jerry is loud. Adam isn't.
1, 2. Oh my gosh! Look at me. I'm peeking. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Check 1. Thank you very much for whoever is saying those things. There we are.
I was turning the wrong dial.
You turned you up, you crazy.
I turned me up as I saw it. Yeah, I was like, I got to turn that down. Turned me down while I wasn't talking. Now you talk? While you got a mouthful of food? Talk, Jerry, talk.
Hello. Hello. Hi. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you're talking quietly now.
Well, I'm talking like I normally would. How are you? It's good to see you.
I'm just going to leave them both at the same level. The microphone transmitter should be the same.
I think what I want to do is, can I zoom on this one?
Well, yeah.
You know what we should do? Take that, put it over there, face it straight over me, over your hands. Because when I look at you, it'll be like an over-shoulder shot. What do you think?
Well, I was just thinking if we were actually talking to each other, this would be good. Because I got leading room on this.
Yeah, you'd have a shot over your shoulder.
On this side,
so ideally, it would be there over your shoulder. Because when I look at you, I think everybody here wants to see your sight line. I'd be like looking kind of almost at you.
I could try it. I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever.
If it was there, maybe, yeah. And then go away. Oh, can you zoom on that? That looks like a pretty wide lens.
They're gonna see some of my tech, but
what do you got there? 18.
Oh, and now you're seeing this shot, but it doesn't matter. It's a live stream. I'm not. How do you? Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. This is what Jerry looks like on the table. And this is my hand.
So.
Okay.
No, when I talk to you, I'm looking at you like this.
Which I think is so if I leave a little bit of lead room this way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this.
Now I'm talking to you.
That looks cool.
Hello,
and then
Adam.
if I just reach around and I go like this.
Bang.
There's me talking. Here's the camera. Should I be more?
We gotta make this look professional, guys.
If I had more. Oh, I do have more zoom. Okay.
I hope that you guys are doing something while you're listening to this gibberish and jargon.
Well,
but feel free to ask us absolutely any questions.
Can you go split screen? You know
the more ridiculous, the better.
picture in picture. Can I do picture in picture?
I'd be shocked if you couldn't.
If I can't, if I couldn't, that sounds like a challenge. So it's PIP, and then I hit this. No, I don't know what I'm doing.
Wow, I look horrible. I look sickly in this lighting.
No, you don't. Well, maybe a little. No.
Do I normally look this tired?
I think it's the white balance. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's the white balance. Let me go.
I sure hope I can share this to my YouTube channel. I think there's
I'm gonna keep
7,500 subscribers wondering where I've been, and the least likely place they'd expect me to pop up is here.
Yeah, well, I'm also have disappeared from the world,
That's fine.
and
We're here to make ourselves exclusive.
Yeah, should be making more stuff. So yeah, I don't, you know what? There's so many things to talk about.
Every time we have a conversation, it's just like,
This must be hard to follow. So we both have ADHD, and it's just chaos.
Anybody that's following likely does as well.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you've all been self-diagnosed as of just this moment. You have ADHD.
If you can follow along, yeah. All 5 people. So congruent viewers is 5. Congruent, is that current? I don't know.
I don't know what congruent means.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just getting dumb.
6. We got one more.
A nerved podcast.
I've given, yeah.
Unnerved.
Yeah, so it's interesting. OBS will take all the chats and bring it over, but it won't show me my stats and stuff, which makes sense.
Yeah, we're gonna get that whole thing set up so the next time you see this, there's gonna be all kinds of interesting things going on. You're gonna see some stats. You guys can send us a tip actually, so that we can bring you along and get one of these lovely Buddha bowls. Sponsored by the Laughing Buddha in Sudbury, Ontario.
I really don't know how to control this.
We lost him. He's gone.
Oh, it's
It's just
here.
you and I at this point. He's there, but
I'm physically here.
just leave it on me.
There you go. Just watch him eat. It has nothing to do with van life or bus life or building. It's just him eating food.
Truthfully, anything we discuss has to do with van life or bus life.
So, yeah. I zoomed you in slightly, which turned off the face eye auto detect. See, there you go. The focus is perfect, but the shot is shittier.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. There's my hand. Okay, I'm just gonna.
What do you need your mouse for?
I don't know. I like clicking things. Hello there from Parkville, MD. What is that? MD? Is that a
MD?
state?
I don't know why they abbreviate
Montana? No.
Here's the problem. When there's over 50 states, quit abbreviating them. Nobody but the U.S. knows what those states are. Also, nobody but the states uses Fahrenheit. Get over it.
I think the biggest thing I'm failing at right now is
switching
to the right camera view, because I'm like, you're talking, and I look over, I'm like, oh, it's on me, and then I switch back.
That's a clip of you watching me talk. The U.S. just lives in my favorite little meme on the internet was just yesterday, and it was just like, the Super Bowl is the worldwide most important thing ever, and then it's like a map of the world based on like how the U.S. perceives themselves. Yeah. It's just the U.S. and then the ocean. Nothing exists outside of that.
Like on Reddit and other that's very, very true for like Reddit, because it feels like 95% of the people on Reddit are American, and then the rest of the world is like, we're here too.
Yeah, that's right. Don't we exist? Not really.
Yeah.
Not in our scope.
Maybe that's just our perception. Canadians.
We assume nobody knows we're here.
We're in the shadows. we exist. We're the same. We speak the same. Everything's almost the same.
We're just the skating rink.
We're just north of what's actually going on. Man, this thing does split screen, and I'm just too incompetent to figure it out.
Guys.
Oh, what's this? Opacity. So if I click on this.
Oh, we'll be ghosts beside each other?
Is it on now? No. Oh gosh, I'm all red. Overlay, switcher, PPI.
My goodness, this is really delicious. The Laughing Buddha Sudbury. You guys. It's got this little bit of tanginess from it.
Oh, hey!
Look at this. This is good. You don't need the full size version of my mouth.
Can I make that bigger or smaller? Okay, I can adjust opacity. Oh, no.
So like size doesn't really matter in this application.
It would be nice. Yeah,
just a little tiny guy in a little box.
It'd be nice if I could just make that a little bit bigger, though. Oh, that is the bigger size. Imagine that. Oh, that's well.
Oh, you feel like being a postage stamp or a slightly larger postage stamp?
Can I just like flip them around? Oh, I can turn that on and off. Cool.
Well, I know somebody's watching because I just got a very inappropriate text message.
Are they watching as well?
The delay isn't much because...
Is it like you eating and it looks bad?
No.
Oh.
Nope.
I wish I had a way of like muting the mics just so I
I'm
could
just going to
like...
show you because it's not a...
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that person was watching.
Interesting. Just like, you know what?
There you go. There you go. This is the full size version right here. I wish I was eating something that wasn't such a mess.
It's not even that messy. It's just rice or quinoa.
It's just quinoa at this point.
Wow.
So delicious. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Anyways.
What didn't you do now? Should I go here and go wide?
I take digestive enzymes when I eat, so forgot to take them.
There. That's actually a pretty cool shot. My shot is a way less, like, not as cool as yours now.
I'm so skewed. Look at my arm.
Yeah.
Whoa!
So
I'm sure I look natural to real life right now.
So one key thing you'll notice is we're video producers, and so we're always talking video stuff. So
very geeky. I apologize.
The geekiness of the gear comes out a lot when it's us talking in person because I worked at a camera store, and that's how I met Jerry.
This is where we met.
So
10 years ago, this was destined to happen slowly, in a very roundabout, scatterbrained way, but it did happen. He always wondered why we didn't hang out more. So did I, but neither of us knew the answer, and there really is no appropriate answer.
Nothing's appropriate.
Doesn't make sense. Now we're doing the same thing. And I think, now that we're live on the internet,
sure.
If you or anybody that watches this knows of anybody that's doing what we're doing in Northern Ontario, by all means, reach out. I think we met everyone.
Yeah, we flushed out everybody who either comes through the city or is in the city.
See a bus, we just chase them down. Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, that's interesting. What are you doing here? Can I help you fix that? Can I finish your bus before I finish mine?
Yeah. We've helped people put heaters in, and then they've built a dinette and left.
Yeah.
Still doesn't have a dinette.
I wonder if they're watching because they have me on YouTube.
Yeah, they might be.
They watched my previous video release, like when I did like a premiere,
Mm.
and they were the only ones there. So there's 8 people. I mean, it's better than 0. I decided to do this 2 hours ago.
Yeah, for being off the cuff. Thank you all for tuning in so quickly.
Yeah, and
I know these people were thinking, if only we could watch somebody eat for 10 minutes.
It's filling in the video very nicely. What kind of heater do
filling
you
in my
have
belly.
in the bus? Yes, bus things.
Yes,
what kind of heater?
all right. Well, his is a V4.
Chinese diesel heaters. We have diesel engines, so we want to burn the same fuel type that we already have on board.
He's smarter, mine's gas.
Yeah. So yeah, there's
Which
a
means
heater.
I need a separate tank to run diesel, where he can tap into the diesel tank that's already, 150, 200 liters?
Yeah, I'll just show them. Instead of watching you eat.
Well, I can just... I was
Hold
going to
on,
move...
How do I make that go full screen?
Yeah, I was going to move the camera and just show you.
I frigged it all. I think I
frigged it all up.
I gotta watch what
I was going to pick one of these up, but I don't know how to
settings.
change things.
Picture-in-picture off. Camera 2. Oh, it's still picture-in-picture.
Go for camera 2.
And taking camera 2.
Camera 2.
Shut it off. Why is it still...
Oh yeah, this one's mobile, so I can move it around. Let's go. Let's
confused.
go.
Can I just take this? There we go. So,
Here, just bring this with us.
So in here, I have, this is my heater, and underneath it goes to my diesel tank and my fuel lines and my exhaust and intake, and then it comes out right here.
Toasty warm.
Yeah. That's how I heat the bus.
That comes out, and we've measured it at about 90 degrees Celsius.
90 degrees out of the pipe. So yeah.
Maximum temperature about 90, 92 degrees.
So if you guys give us questions, we'll give you very thorough, in-depth answers because there's very few of you, and you get a lot of attention.
And that's the best part and the worst part of having ADHD is that when you get questions, that was your cue.
Oh, you want me to cut? You want to just restart that?
That was your... When we get questions that we're interested in, we will derail our lives to tell that person exactly what they want to know. Because in that, a brief moment in history, look at me when I talk to you. It was too weird when I did it. We want to make sure you're paying attention. But we also want to make sure that your diesel heat works, even if ours doesn't work.
Yep.
Because you know what? I think we both have resilience in mind at all times. It's going to be fine. We're going to get through it. You know, it's just that mindset. So when somebody else has a problem, it's like, don't worry about me. Let's fix your stuff.
I know how to fix that. I installed that once.
Yeah. I put 3 heaters in my van. And it's working great.
You should really like intro yourself other than Bob, who knows who you are.
Oh, well, I don't know anybody else that's in here. So, hello. Hello, you cute little thing, you. I'm Jerry. And I'm putting my widely open... So this camera's very wide angle and makes me look very bizarre if I do this. Do that again? We're going to do the action.
Slowly zoom, like, whoa.
Oh, this bus is huge! Oh, God, we're such geeks. All right.
This looks cool, though. I mean, it's visually... There's me talking.
I still have stuff in my mouth.
Yeah, we'll clear your mouth while it's on me. This is trying to make it visually interesting, tell a story. I guess I can't really tell a story as well on a live chat versus when I make videos and control the narrative. But
okay, I'm ready for an intro.
Cool. You're ready for an intro? Okay. And 3, 2, hold on. Yeah, okay, 3, 2, 1, action.
Boy, I guess I'm just doing an intro of who I am. My name is Jerry. I'm also a video producer. I run a business called Multi Creative, and with wonderful chance, I've become better friends with Adam over the last year after knowing each other as acquaintances for many years, and now we actually get the opportunity to work together. And I think that one of the most interesting things about us being in the same line of work is that quite often we'll get the same calls within actually sometimes minutes. Now, we were going down south in the van together on a rescue mission for his bus, and a nice girl called him and said, "Hi, I'm looking for a wedding photographer," and da-da-da, this and that. Sent a portfolio. Oh, no. She called me first.
Called you.
Called me, sent me a portfolio portfolio piece. Went into a website and screenshotted this. Moments after she gets off the phone with me, on the same road trip, 5 minutes later, calls Adam and says, yeah. He says, do you have any examples of stuff you'd like? And she sends the same screenshots that literally have your notifications from me coming into her to him. So it's like it's literally this portfolio piece with, you know, Jerry Arb's blah 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 reply and then the stuff. And I thought it's just so funny that these people don't even know they're calling the same people. And I think that's what happens when you're in kind of like an area that is.
It's like we would consider Sudbury a small town. And
yeah, it's a very undersaturated market.
There's like 5 video producers around, so
and we know them all.
If we all get along, yeah.
Yeah, there's probably 5 and a handful of, you know, really well-known photographers as well. Which is good. Yeah. It's good. It's good to know who it is because I'm not going to do the best headshots. It's not going to be me.
No. And I don't like doing wedding videography anymore, so I give that off. And now I'm doing live streaming. I've been doing live streaming for Easter Seals for the last 7 years. And every year I'm trying to like up my game on what I do for them. And so the first couple years I just had a camera with an HDMI cable going into this system that they have, and it plays it on some screens in the room. Then the next year I added a switcher so I can have a second camera, and then the next year I added wireless, and that's why I have a wireless little setup for this camera. And now this year I'm going to be doing it live on YouTube on my business YouTube channel, Left Right Media on YouTube if you want to see that.
Why Left Right?
I saw it on the license plate of a car one day. It said Left Right, and I was like, okay. It has no. Oh, Left Right also relates to the brain thing. Like
okay, that's where I thought it was coming from.
Yeah. That, and I literally like read that on a license plate. I was like, huh. I think it's. I don't know if it said Left Right Brain or something. I don't know. But it really that was like literally the. I was sitting in traffic. I was like, that's my business name now.
That's what happened.
I need something better than my name. So, anyways, yeah. So that's why I'm also testing all this stuff out because I'm doing this for. I'm doing this for Easter Seals. Yeah. Anyways,
for those of you that don't live anywhere near here, Easter Seals is.
I think it's a big charity.
Outside of Canada.
I'm pretty sure that Easter Seals is like outside of Canada. I don't know, but it's pretty big.
It's pretty big. Everybody on the internet's like pretty big. What?
Maybe they don't know of it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got one question for you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry, what are your tips for growing a great beard? That's not from Bob. That is from Unnerved Podcast.
A great beard. That's an interesting question. I don't know if these are people that have followed over from either my account or somewhere else, because I currently don't have what I would consider to be a great beard. Which one is our pull photo? Is this a great beard?
Battle, yeah.
Well, 2 things until I get more clarification. Great beard. Poof, that's a great question. I can give you the advice that I give, I think, the average person. If you can grow a beard, give it a try. If it starts to look like absolute trash, just stop. If it's not going to come in thick and it's just going to be a patchy mess, let it go. It's the same as your hair. If you got no hair, you're going bald. Let it go. Just don't try what you can't do.
Is there any products that make a beard better? Have you ever tried one of those picky things, roller picky things?
No. Well, what is that? A derma roller? No. Not on my face. Yeah, if you have a longer beard, once it starts to, you have to trim it down though. Like a lot of people just let them grow.
Yeah.
If you trim it here so it doesn't become like, I always call it Jemmy beard, but people in the world don't know what that means. It's a local place where it's just, it's the bush farmers. No offense to farmers,
There's
but
literally
like,
no farms in Chemmy that I know of.
Right, they just look like, they just look like they do.
They're just...
It's such a local term. Anyways,
yeah,
if you don't want to look like an
derogatory.
absolute hick, trim your shit and make it look nice.
So,
anyways, I don't know.
that's what you got.
Also, trim this. No matter what length your beard is, trim the hair on your upper lip. If this gets long and starts to go into your mouth, you're never going to get a date. And if you already have a date or a girlfriend or a wife or a significant other, they're going to look at you and be like, please get your mouth away from me. You're chewing on your hair. It's got to be trimmed to some degree. You don't have to trim this and look as like preppy as, I don't know, some people think this looks preppy. It's just like, I can't handle this being a mess. But this face clean shaved is just like, it's no good.
So the channel's now going to be called Jerry, Adam, and Jerry's Beard.
Adam and Atlas, Jerry and the Beard.
Yeah. Just to clarify, me and Jerry are not gay.
Just to clarify, we're not in a relationship.
I got a couple comments on previous
God,
YouTube, the breakup video, which were very homophobic, and I deleted most of them.
So funny.
Neither of us are gay in any capacity. I am dating someone else now who's female, and Jerry is dating someone else who's sending him inappropriate messages on his phone. So,
what was that one that we always remember from the previous video? The bang bus? Something like that.
Yeah, no, it's the comment was Brokeback Bus.
I love that people would tune in to a video to literally just make fun of the fact that a guy could be like a bit flamboyant in his movements or something.
Yeah.
Be like, Brokeback Bus! I'm like, you're literally just looking to be, you're just trolling the internet.
Yeah.
You're looking for some street cred.
Makes a YouTube video or YouTube channel with a girl. They break up, and he's like, must have broke up because they're gay.
It must be gay.
That's the only reason why that could have happened.
Must be into men, obviously.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's what he does. That's what guys who build stuff do.
She's so pretty. That must be just into men then.
Oh, is it switching? Does it switch now? Will it just go?
Can I don't know how.
That would be pretty slick.
So I go to, so I click on the screen to go to me. Oh, and then there's you, and then
put it on. Now switch it back. Now press the other one. Oh, and it doesn't stay. That's too bad.
It does stay. It's in the corner.
Not when you go back. Like, could you swap those two?
Probably. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Now I go over here. There's you, and then me and you. Okay, I think this.
But you can't put you here in this one. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I'm telling you, folks. You guys
are
there. And then if
and
you
then
switch,
it's gone though. Yeah.
No, you can't. Okay.
Okay, what's the questions?
What do you got? What do you got for
Bob is asking how. Oh, I guess you can see me in the small one. Bob is asking how is your electrical system working out?
Wow.
Pros and cons. I can make a whole video about this. I have filmed
boy.
part of a whole video about this.
I'm going to try to keep him in line while he describes this because this is a big conversation. Can you make that wider? Can I just join you?
Yeah, you might as well just join me.
That's actually phenomenal. Yeah.
That's a bit too wide.
Yeah. It's so wide. Look at how wide I am.
Yeah. Also, this is in the way.
If I go over here, am I not the fat guy?
no.
Nope, I'm fat all the time. What do you got? How is your electrical system working out? That's a great question.
So yeah, the electrical system. It's good. I should just preface this, like fill that gap with it's good. Like it works well. Right now, everything's being powered by the bus.
It's so good, but there's things that you would never think of.
Yeah, though it doesn't work in the winter in Northern Ontario. I feel like I got to zoom in to scream at you and say, listen, if you live in Northern Ontario and you want to live in your bus in the wintertime, you need a generator. You can't run on just solar. The sun is never out. The sun, we got like 3 sunny days this week, and honestly, that has kept this bus charged and not being needed to be plugged in.
Yeah.
If you need to survive in the wintertime in Northern Ontario or like anywhere north, I don't know if everywhere north is cloudy all the time.
It's pretty cloudy.
Because you got 3 factors against you. You got the sun is low. You got the days are short, and you got the third one, which no one expects, which is it's never sunny. So yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
But that's really not like my electrical system specific.
Just to put context to that, there are 1,650 watts on the roof of this bus.
Yeah.
Right during the day today, you were pulling what at maximum?
600?
600, and that's when the sun is coming through the clouds. When the sun is not coming through the clouds, expect even less. And for those that don't know anything about electricity, if you get 1,000 watts for 10 minutes, that's useless. That's giving you, oh god, bad math.
1,000 watts for 10 minutes. That's
let's call it
sixth. That's a sixth of 1,000 watts. What's that? 200 watts?
So you're getting 200 watt hours
Yeah.
of usability, which means you can run something that runs 200 watts for 1 hour, which is, you couldn't run your laptop to edit videos, or you couldn't run a fridge. A fridge was going to run 100 watts or 50 watts.
I feel like adjusting this camera angle, but if I move back, you have to like sit in the sink. Yeah, that's not any less gay.
Yeah, that's super. This right here is how it happens.
So yeah,
This is a result of a lack of seating.
that is yeah.
You're talking about electrical, meanwhile, like
no seats in this bus.
No
That's
seating.
easier to fix. What else about the electrical system would be useful to tell that I?
okay. So Adam and I have two very contrasting build styles.
Okay.
Mine is absolute simplicity and doesn't work practically, and sometimes that's actually looking a little bit sketchy, but so far, not bad.
Yeah.
Like, the difference between Adam's system is phenomenal in the sense that he's got holding tanks. These holding tanks can hold 100, 200 liters of water that's filtered, 3-stage filter. It's phenomenal. But the one day that his heater decided to kick out at minus 15 degrees, you'll see, I don't know if you showed them this,
I haven't talked at all about how my plumbing system has blown up.
but this beautiful faucet here blew straight out.
Oh, that's the new one.
And this is the new one.
it
But
looks-
anyways, to make a very interesting point, it just happened to blow in the right way that it blew after the valve. Because if it had blown before the valve, the way our water systems both work is that we have a water pump that it builds pressure to 36 psi.
It's the same as like a house. Like
Yeah,
if
once
you
it hits
have a
that-
main break, all the water that's available will dump into wherever it can go. So if that
Right.
broke, all the water would have been pumped out of my tank, all into the bus. And because I wasn't here,
Yep.
it would have froze the floors. It would have destroyed almost everything. So it was the matter of it freezing here and not here. Like
Yep.
this much of a difference.
Yep.
That's a new one. I haven't finished installing it. That's why it's sitting like that. But
So what I was getting at, though, is
Yeah.
that the process of you emptying your, let's say you want to leave and shut this thing down and take off.
Yeah.
He has to dump his water tanks. And
Yeah.
if he doesn't do that, well, stuff's going to freeze. And
Well-
the shower did the same.
So I have heaters. I have a heater in the tank heaters. I have pipe heaters outside, but I have no heating on the pipes on the inside. So the inside will freeze. The outside won't freeze, but because it's an electrical system, like it will drain all the battery power I have eventually just trying to heat those. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is anybody following along? You guys got to leave some comments and let me know that.
I'm literally posting a thing to my story right now. I'm going to take a picture
Yeah?
of the two of us. And say,
Sure,
hey, guys,
yeah, I
I'm
mean-
going to be live, but I need the YouTube link. I don't know how to do this thing.
I have no idea.
Currently live. Here we go.
The lick and the lip thing was kind of weird.
Is it? Oh, yeah, you are. Definitely
let me
awkward. Here
redo
you go.
that, yeah.
This is what I'm about to post. Here it is. I don't know if that's going to pull. Is this autofocus?
Yeah, it'll focus on eyes, so it's trying to grab.
Oh, is it? Okay, hang on. I'll get my eyeball out of
close.
there. There.
Too close.
Too close? Well, anyways, that's Adam licking his lip. So, anyways.
Uh,
So, how do we put a link on here?
Just share it, or just go on
Link?
YouTube, hit share, and then put that on.
Very cool. Okay. Well, Adam's continuing to tell you about a water system. Oh,
My water
I want to
system?
finish the kind of my train
I'm
of
already
thought.
confused. Imagine them.
Which was my simplicity is I literally have a Culligan jug that I swap out because I don't have a water filtration system. My van is literally, what am I, 15 feet, 10 feet shorter than you?
You're like 15 feet short.
15 feet shorter, right? So I'm doing everything that he's doing, but in a smaller space. And I didn't want to have to deal with complexity outside. And this is what I would say for people that are building. People get into my van and they go, this is crazy. It's like a spaceship. I don't know how you do all this. And they get into his bus. He goes, this thing's crazy. This is insane. You don't just step into a vehicle and just plan everything out and everything go right. You have to learn at your pace and design at your pace and your level of knowledge. So Adam knew how to do some things as he went along, like to make these beautiful countertops and how to epoxy them. I've never done epoxy. I didn't have that in mind. I already had countertops. I already had space to do it. So I built, so it's kind of interesting too, if you could compare the two. We bought both of our vehicles for the same price.
Wish we had like a little picture or something to show of his van, but we don't have any visual. But it's a, well,
it's a 1978, yeah.
1978.
Dodge Sportsman extended van, so the longest version, and then they cut basically the roof off and put a fiberglass roof on top. And you've seen some that like kind of angle up a little bit. Well, mine is basically the largest rendition of that.
It's like a forehead that's like this.
Yeah, it sticks out a bit. Literally, if it's raining, the rain doesn't hit the windshield because it sticks out over the front. That being said, it's a completely different build than this because, one, it's old school, it's very retro, and I don't want to change too much. And Adam wants to get in there and he wants to like,
I want to fix everything.
Why don't we fix everything? And I go, when it's a half a century old, you got to be very careful because everything you touch breaks, and when it breaks, you can't replace it. And you can see the disappointment in his face.
There's some things like the windows leak, and they have the same window design as the windows in this bus, and I'm just like, come on, they're not gonna break. If they break, you can get parts. Like they're just window. I mean, they're not. Where's the camera? It's not like this. The windows are like slanted, so like that's probably hard to replace. But let's slow this thing down. We're talking about a lot. Not everybody thinks at ADHD speeds. So is your floor heat system working? The system works on a technical level, but I don't feel the heat in the floor. So it's there. I can turn it on. I could probably turn it on right now and it'll work. It also heats my hot water. I basically have hot water on demand with that system as well. Mm-hmm. But you can't feel it.
Yeah, so we've come up with a really interesting concept that the engine of this bus holds how many liters of
Well, they don't.
coolant?
I don't think they know how my system works.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to get into that very gently. How much coolant do you hold inside the diesel engine in this bus? Let's call it 5 gallons.
It's like 5 jugs, whatever a jug is.
So let's say 5 gallons runs through there, and what he's got over here, underneath here, is a diesel heater that works through a water-to-water exchanger.
So
correct?
I have a hydronic diesel heater.
Right.
They call them hydronics by SBAR, but it's an off-brand liquid diesel heater. So it fires up and runs very similar to a air heater. Like the cheap Chinese diesel heaters that we know are called airtronics because it heats air. That one is a hydronic; it heats water. That's better. It's a little crooked, but
I know that's
fine. So, anyways, the hydronic heats glycol, which goes through the floor, and then goes through a heat exchanger, and that heat exchanger heats up cold water. And so I basically plumb in cold water into it, and then I got hot water on demand. Now, you got to think of the way it works as kind of like thermal mass. The more liquid in the system that you can heat, the longer it takes to heat, but then the longer it'll last.
So it's like a hot water heater in a house. You want a big one because you're going to heat a lot of hot water, and it's in an insulated tank. So,
well, it's
kind of.
No, not really.
It's tricky.
So the problem is the heater turns on, heats the hot water or heats the glycol, heats all the glycol in the loop, and then
once it detects,
but it'll overheat. Is the hydronic heater will say, okay, I've hit peak temperature, I can't go any hotter, I need to shut down. And because the heaters aren't smart enough to then shut down, wait till it goes cold, and then restart back up and keep doing that, it just shuts down and that's it. And so I need more liquid to heat. So either I add a tank that I will then heat all the glycol in that tank, or even I can do both. I can connect this glycol loop to the engine. So if I connect it to the engine, all of the glycol in the engine will be heated, and also it'll have the side effect of heating the engine whenever I run my hot water system. So
if he's heating up his tank of water, his loop to take a shower, when he goes to start the bus, all of that coolant is also going to be warm, which has kind of got some really great benefits.
Super useful in the wintertime, especially below like -10, -15. It becomes hard to start the engine because it's diesel, and I don't have access to a block heater. Like I can't plug into a house. I can plug into myself, but I'm going to use a lot of...
I have considered that too. I can run an extension cord from my battery inside my van to plug my van in.
Yeah, but then it's
and the other side effect, which is really great, is that when you're driving the bus, that means that coolant's being funneled around through this system, so he's got hot water and he can take a shower.
Anytime you drive, you have hot water.
Yeah.
So driving, you have hot water. If you have hot water, you have a hot engine. So like both ways, it's working together. And so I really want to do that. It really wouldn't be hard. I'd run two lines up to the front.
Yep.
If I still had the lines from when I tore apart the bus, there used to be two perfect little lines.
Yeah, because they ran back to the heaters to keep the kids
I don't know
warm.
where those heaters. That
Also,
wire
David,
went.
yes, we leave our water pumps on at all times, but they're not on cycling. They're on in the sense that they are on and they prime up to their pressure switch limit, which is 36 pounds PSI for me.
Sure.
So once it pumps, we both have what's called an accumulator tank, which is new to me. If you connect to the engine, won't the radiator act as a heat exchanger on cold days?
It would, but because
You have a thermostat that's going to moderate that, though.
Well, no, I don't know how the thermostat would open.
Oh, you mean if it was flowing constantly?
Technically, the heat
that's a great question. David, we love you, but you're really ruining a great thing right now.
If you connect the engine, I want the radio. Yeah. It's...
so no, not initially. No, your thermostat, actually, your engine thermostat would still moderate that heat until it gets to its point, and then it'll open.
Its point's going to be 90 degrees. This heater goes to 80 degrees. I can actually set how hot it would be. I can reduce the temperature a little bit. So
I think the thing that...
It'll still leak through into the...
It'll still go through, and you'd need wind to be blowing through it because the engine fan's not going to be running.
Still. It would, just like a...
So yes, it would act as a heat exchanger on cold days, but a very inefficient one. Yeah. But also, I don't think it would outperform the efficiency of your thermostat in your engine.
It might actually be useful to reduce the temperature of the liquid if it tries to go like really above, 85 degrees.
Sorry, cursive working big trucks in Florida. That little heart is in the way.
I know, I don't know how to get rid of that.
Sorry, cursive working what? There's one word that is behind a heart.
There's a stupid graphic.
Send a 100 and see what happens.
If I send a heart... I
don't
know what
Adam just broke everything. What? It's over there.
It went away.
Well, our chat just took a big dump.
Dismiss.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just going to close that.
You
just close a dockable thing. Okay, well, I got to go to YouTube then. Oh, it's right here. We're good. Sorry, curse if
it's a curse if working on big trucks in Florida. Oh. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know what you mean.
Because big trucks have park heaters. It's called a park heater.
Yeah, but the park heater wouldn't be... I mean, maybe the park heater's a problem. I'm not sure, David. We need some more context on that. If you're saying that it would be a curse, I mean, it's not connected to the glycol.
If they have... park heaters heat the glycol, and I think they heat the cabin in rigs, so like at night, that heats the engine. But maybe it's a curse that like all the heat gets kind of lost in the radiator. Or at least some of it. I mean, you are exchanging that heat outside.
Fair. Yeah, that's right.
Another idea I had and a benefit to doing this was if I could turn on the heater fan on the inside of the bus, that would be hot glycol. Just like when you drive the bus, the engine gets hot and creates heat inside the cabin. But it would be nice to heat the glycol with that, and then blow that heat off into the air with.
Oh, you could keep this heater running continuously.
And then I can blow off heat off of I can get it into the air better.
You basically have two diesel heaters.
So let's get back down to the main question, which was, does the in-floor heating system work? I'm talking to literally a screen, but the camera's over here.
We're used to making selfie videos.
Yeah. The main question is, does the in-floor heating system work? And the answer is kind of. The real problem is I have really big pipes, but I only have it go through like once, where I should have smaller gauge piping and go through many times so I can disperse more of that heat.
Did you catch that?
What?
Sorry, nothing.
Disperse.
There's a delay, so he doesn't see what I'm doing in the background until it shows up.
Now I have him staring at it. It's a 4-second.
Yeah, it's like, look at this. No, just forever. There, that's me saying it.
Oh, jeez.
Like, you can't go back to OBS? You can.
I can,
because
we
lost the chat.
I lost the chat.
We got 9 people. I put a thing on my Instagram to see if anybody else.
Look at this. I can read
someone's getting smart now.
Yeah,
we just got extra smart.
Both.
There we go. Yeah, so David, thank you for the question. That's a really great question, and that's a really great thing that that was a little component that we hadn't thought about, the fact that the radiator would do what a radiator is supposed to do. Should bring it up just a little bit.
I just love this to not be crooked.
Yeah. Those are really great grips, though.
I know. I can't find my other one. I was going to mount another camera.
There we are. I love it. Yeah. So I'd love to know who else is in here that we know or that we don't know. Please.
Everybody, introduce yourselves.
Introduce yourselves. Shoot us a message. Ask us some questions. Anything can be ridiculous.
Oh, there's Alex.
There you go. That's Bob's son, correct?
Son of a bitch. Yeah.
His dad's right here. You can't call him son of a bitch.
Oh, they're divorced.
Yeah.
Sorry. Maybe a DC powered auxiliary pump.
Everything's DC powered.
Maybe a DC powered auxiliary. No. But he's talking about bypass the radiator, use block.
Blocking a heater coil.
Heater core only. So I have a heater. So I have a. Oh, that's my new phone. Who's calling me?
New phone?
Paul, the kitchen guy. Well, he can wait.
He's watching the live.
Sorry. Well, he texted me like 2 days ago. I didn't respond.
Oh, look at this. Skoolie camper by Michael Hoffman. What a great name, first of all.
Yeah. He probably.
Hi, guys. This is Michael from good old Germany. I have been to Germany. I've been to Frankfurt. You've been to Germany, haven't you?
Guten Abend, wie geht's?
Ah, yes. Guten Tag.
You're just saying random shit.
No, that's just a thing.
Hello. I said hello.
You know, that's a thing.
Hi. I'm sure you speak perfect English because you're here. But hi, Skoolie camper.
Skoolie
It's
camper
pretty
by
cool
Michael
that they
Hoffman,
do that
yeah.
in Germany.
I'm crazy enough to do enough to drive a Skoolie in Europe.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
How
are you fitting on those roads?
How big are school buses in Europe? Like, are they similar? Because our buses are 8 feet wide. Standard.
8 feet wide, you wouldn't even get down the roads in Europe.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, a buddy of mine had
8 foot wide.
Right. A buddy of mine had a '66 Thunderbird he used to drive around in Europe, which was just you're pulling off the roads to make it.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I know. They have like
just
miniature.
Adam, we've been in contact before by email. Adam.
Hi.
His name is Michael Hoffman. You should remember this.
I can check.
I remember you, Michael.
So-
Don't fret about it.
I appreciate it. I checked, but I've downgraded to a flip phone because my ADHD is so out of control that I can't be anywhere near a device that has Instagram. So hopefully with this, I'll be able to focus and create more videos for you guys. My Skoolie is a short one.
Yeah, but how wide are they? It's probably still the same. Is that a global?
No,
8
I don't
foot?
know. I don't know.
Because 8 foot is the maximum width of a vehicle in Ontario, in Canada, and the U.S.
What's funny is this brand is called International, but it's a very
Not.
it's just a North America thing.
They had high
6
hopes.
windows.
6 windows wide. Perfect.
Well, so this was a 9. This used to be a 9-window bus. Yeah, 30 feet long.
30
so
feet.
So 6 foot would be like 20 feet.
So as a comparison, my van is slightly less short.
I think yours is 18 feet.
Yeah, I'm slightly shorter than a full-size Dodge pickup with a full-size 4-door cab and a 5.5 foot box. Mm-hmm. That's with my spare tire on the back of my van.
Yeah.
So, in interesting contrast, I also don't have this amount of space. Actually, my roof, I have about the same head height.
I feel like I have a little. No, you in one area you have more. You should have just had one angle, and we can walk over to your van. And,
yeah. If my entire space didn't look like this right now, because I'm converting a bunch of what's called DV cassettes. They were digital video cassettes from the 2000s. That was a popular format. So it's all of my early teenage years, college years, and then through until cell phones came along and destroyed video quality for a short period of time.
So I just read Alex's comment. International is only North America, and also Bluebird buses aren't blue.
Bluebird buses aren't blue. Are they not blue?
They're yellow.
Are they?
Bluebirds? They're all the same.
Alex, listen.
It's going right over his head.
Listen.
I'm sorry that I brought my less intellectual friend with me.
That's fine. Give me your paper for a second.
Paper?
There, yeah.
About what?
Just give it to me.
No.
I just want to hold it so I look smart for a sec.
Oh, yeah, you just don't show them.
Yeah, exactly. The marker too.
Yeah,
there
right.
we go. Anybody with a clipboard knows you feel powerful and smart. So, whatever he says is just from what I had written down earlier. Did you want to mention the
all my problems?
The main inverter?
Oh, yeah. So, it's been a while, but we're going to go back to the electrical system thing. My main inverter, which is like the biggest, most expensive component of my electrical system.
You keep talking
randomly
and you can switch to shot. Switch to the shot.
You're going to go back? Okay, you want me to switch? You got to crank that exposure up before I can take camera 3.
I'm working
just
on
the thumb, I think.
Thumb, there you go. There you go.
Okay, so under here this is the inverter.
And for size comparison, that's my foot, so it's a big mother.
So that is the inverter. So it's an all-in-one. It does inverting DC to AC. It does solar charging. It also charges from an exterior plug on the bus and charges my batteries with shore power. It does everything, which is great. Is it doing anything right now? It's just inverting, creating power. Oh my gosh, this phone is so loud.
It's old people loud.
Yeah, it is. I should turn the volume down. So yeah, we're creating 120 volts right now. We're using like less than 30% of its output. 6,000 watts. So anyways, that component is not the original component. The one that I originally installed in the electrical system build randomly stopped working one morning, which was kind of a huge problem.
Huge problem. Why is that a huge problem, Adam? It's because if you kill your batteries, let's talk about that, just in case you want to switch to just a shot of you. It turns out, oh, it's all you now.
Neither of these shots are good.
You gonna zoom that one back out?
I'm
Or do
gonna
you just
zoom
want
this
everyone
one
to look
in.
at your teeth?
My red neck. Oh, look at this.
Just push on your lens. It'll zoom it back. That one. We don't need two cameras.
No, we don't. We really don't.
Just yeah.
Okay,
There you got this. You got this. Come on. Just push on it. No?
It's got the motor thing.
So what happened was...
Do you need to go this way? Yeah, scoot your butt over
I
a
could
little.
move over onto your sink, yeah.
Yeah, sit in the sink.
So what happened was what had started it? It was your batteries that had died, right?
My battery
What
died?
happened when we couldn't even charge your inverter? What happened? It was
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's
this was fun. We're gonna try to make this make sense for you.
So if you have an all-in-one inverter, like I showed you, and you get to a condition where your batteries are so dead that that the inverter can't turn on,
because it doesn't have enough power to run
to
itself.
turn on, you can't charge with shore power, which means you can't get power into your bus, which means you can't turn the inverter on, which means you can't turn the power on, which means you're stuck in a loop, which I got into. And because it's 48 volts, I don't have like a 48 volt charger just sitting around, and so
He also does not have a DC to DC charger, so if his bus is running, it won't be charging anything at the back. So the problem with that is, how do you get power to this thing to start the charging process to allow charging? And it turns out that's a giant pain in the ass.
So I had to so I have this other like scooter charger thing, and I spliced that, and I got that to charge the batteries because it's a 48 volt charger, but it only does like a half an amp, and so with a half an amp, it would take forever to charge.
Hey, monoskier.
Hello. Anyway, so yeah, I could.
By the way,
The amount of power
Thank you,
that the
Michael.
inverter needed, yeah, your socks. The amount of power that the inverter needed was more than the charger can put out. So it just isn't a boot loop, just on off, on off, on off. So I had to
disconnect it.
like disconnect, hard disconnect
What a
the
mess.
inverter, and then leave the little scooter charger on for like a day. Then I came back to
Which
it,
is doing literally the slowest
Yeah.
charge ever.
and then I quickly so I took that off, plugged in the bus, and then quickly connected the inverter, and then it started to charge, and then I can charge it the rest of the way. So if you use an all-in-one, don't ever go below like 3%.
But not only that, like for anybody, like even myself, if it was cold and my batteries were dead and I couldn't run my heat trace lines, initially my thought would be, well, then I'll just turn on my diesel heater, it'll warm everything up, and then my batteries will be warm, and eventually they'll take a charge and maybe be able to discharge power. I'll be able to output power. Problem is, my diesel heater needs the glow plug to start up and the fan to run, which runs off those batteries. So if I'm in a dead cold start situation, I might be in a very tricky situation. I almost need like a supplemental battery to just run my heat tracers or something. Or, in my situation, I'm a bit lucky because when I start my van, no, I couldn't even charge them.
Yeah, these are unprocessed thoughts we were giving you.
Yeah, that's right. You got it raw. So what I was going to say is that my DC to DC would throw current to my batteries, and it would also, it might run the heater directly. That would be the best case scenario.
We have to like consider these situations for Northern Ontario because we get, usually around this time of year, it's like -40. For whatever reason, global warming or not, it is like +6 today. And it's been this warm for the last like 3 weeks.
Oh, down south it's 16 degrees Celsius, by the way.
Like, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
Did Lake Wanapitei even freeze this year?
I don't even know. I can't imagine that it did. We had 6 inches of ice 2 weeks ago. I assume, like, it's all water on top of the ice now. So we haven't done skating.
Yeah, but usually we have to consider the absolute extreme ends of the temperature spectrum.
Yeah.
Summer and winter, because even in the summer we get 40 degrees plus.
So we have
Celsius.
an 80-degree variance, plus or minus
Celsius.
a couple of degrees. Yeah.
So we have to like consider, like, in the super cold, if my batteries are dead and everything's like, we have to consider all these situations because they're kind of survival situations.
Yeah, and if you're confused about what -40 is, it's basically -40 Fahrenheit. They just they're the same temperature.
At that point,
It's cold. So what would happen is I would need to somehow get heat to my batteries. And however that would work, I honestly don't know, and I haven't been in a situation where it's so cold. What's the temperature range on those cells that we put together? Also, for those of you...
too many questions.
Yeah, there's so many things that are coming in. So you know, both of our battery systems are hand-built. Adam has a phenomenal knowledge of batteries, and I basically started to take his guidance when we started. He has gone and bought 16, what did you buy, 20 originally?
Go watch the I can't tag it, but go into my channel and go watch my
Yeah, just go do that right now. They're not going to do that. So anyways, he has 20,
on YouTube.
He has 20 raw lithium-ion cells, and I have 4 of those.
6. I have 16.
Yeah, so he has 16 of those, and I have 1/4. I'm going to try to keep my feet out of the shot. It's just awkward. I basically have 1/4 of the size, there you go, of the system that he has. And that's 4 batteries put together with a BMS on top, and a BMS is just a battery management system. Those have to be there to prevent you from overcurrent, undercurrent, charging when they are not ready. Like it's got a thermal probe that tells you, you know, it's too cold to charge these or to discharge them. What's the limit on these batteries for cold?
So battery no charge, take charge below 0. Battery no give power below -20.
So -20, and that would probably work for most of the world. Unfortunately, if it's -20 here and I have my van shut off and the heat's off, yeah, sure, I take my water system out and whatever, I take anything that's going to freeze out. My batteries are -25. I'm in a no-start situation like he was.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I would, if I'm not within an electrical grid. You know what the interesting thing is? Actually, I just realized something.
What?
If I started my van, I'm thinking this out loud, if I started my van, my DC to DC is actually running directly to my bus bars, it would probably run my heater. Because my bus bars that are connected to the battery are electrified, that would passively go through and start my diesel heater, and I could run it, create heat. Then I could shut my van off and run off of the batteries.
Yeah, we're talking electrical here. It's a little complicated.
Yeah.
I think people kind of like, ugh. Like,
yeah, you guys are probably just like falling asleep over there.
It makes sense to me, but because I've seen all of the system, but like for people who haven't seen like
what I've built
or have ever dealt with these things, they're just like, I don't get it. Like you're talking about
is that true?
That
Do you not get it? We don't want to put words in your mouth.
Well,
also,
let's go back to the chat.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go back to the chat.
So Alex laughed after we did our I don't know what we did. Then Skoolie Camper by Michael Hoffman says, I've just uploaded my first video, unfortunately, for you. It's in German language.
Well,
hey,
the good news is
add some subtitles, or we'll feed it through a translator.
Yeah, you seem to be pretty good in English, so, you know, I don't know what
Redo
kind
the
of
whole thing
editing
in
software you use, but you could probably get auto-translate to do it.
Are you staying remote with that electricity setup? In the summer, absolutely.
Yes.
In the winter, there's not enough sun. The sun is on a horrible angle, and it's always cloudy, so we actually almost entirely rely on plug power. And everybody we know who has any size of system does the same thing, because there's no real way, unless you have an absolutely ridiculously large amount of solar panels and battery power, to get through 3 weeks of 0 sun.
Let's put it this way. To get through a Canadian winter, and we're talking about a vehicle here, you would probably need no less than a 4 to 5 kilowatt solar array to get enough power. And that would just simply be too large. Like, remember, this is a school bus. If he put as many of the most efficient current market panels that he could put on here, I still don't think he'd make it through winter.
So there's somebody driving through, and I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah. So you got to be on.
Oh, it's Randy's friend.
Yeah. So in Northern Ontario, it's very, very difficult, and one of our longer term plans is to try to get land and to build basically a solar farm, so that if we need to plug in, we can do it there, and it's off the grid, and it's also remote, so you're away from the city and the lights and the noise.
So it seems, with it cloudy during the day, with the density of clouds that we seem to get, I get about 150 watts out of a 1,650 watt solar array.
And I get a quarter of that because my system is this quarter the size of his. Actually, a little bit bigger now, but.
So if I get 150 watts with 1,650 watts of solar, I'm sure you can like mathematically extend that out to figure out how much you would need to keep your system charged. But then that amount of solar is going to be so much in the summertime. It's going to be like you in the summertime you should be like mining Bitcoin or something, because you're gonna have so much surplus of power.
That's such an interesting equation. If you have solar in Northern Ontario,
might as well be a Bitcoin.
Your contrast between how much you get in the winter and summer, if it works, will be bananas.
Okay. Whoa.
You should tie into the grid to make some money back.
So we've got 8 people. Hello, 8 people. I
want you to know that if there's 8 people currently, you're the quietest 8 people we've ever heard. If you're enjoying us just completely going random like this, that's okay. But also, feel free to ask us questions. It doesn't even have to be bus, Skoolie, van
I think
life.
that's like their main interest, considering like that's what they think I'm known for.
Well, what about the followers that I just sent over here from my Instagram?
You want to talk about ADHD? I can tie that back into my mental health.
No.
What? That's your channel.
Yeah, I guess it
Oh,
was.
I mean,
10 years
I
ago.
thought you were talking about your channel, like you.
No, just from my Instagram.
Oh, from your. Wow.
No one wants to have to talk about you more.
I wonder how many people even saw it. The algorithm probably, look at this. I don't even have any stats. Oh, 17 people saw my story out of 4,000. Gotta love Instagram.
What? Oh yeah, just like no one goes on stories anymore. Everyone's too addicted to reels. Make a reel about it. Everyone will be here.
That's true. Yeah. Good call.
What is your gas mileage? In this bus, I get. What did we say?
In his diesel heater, not good.
Diesel here, you get 0. It actually goes in the negative. You lose all your fuel and you don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But no, like in the summer, like what did we do the math at? What was it?
I think that I calculated his. Well, this is a bad calculation because we were in stop and go traffic coming from London, Ontario. So we were about 8 hours,
like
6
highway.
hours away. I think he was getting 21, 22 liters per 100 kilometers. I think it's better than that normally because we were. Not only were we on the highway,
What's
but
that
his
in-
brakes were seizing, so his fuel economy was probably really shit.
So what's that in American?
In American,
I think it's like 8 or
I don't
10
know,
liters.
a couple
8
of,
or 10
couple
miles
of
per gallon.
pints of beer per mile. American. So the problem is I know the miles per gallon, but I only know it in Canadian.
Just found y'all today. Glad I did. Hey,
ADHD is awesome.
thank you
Look
for
at that.
joining. I don't know what's got to
There's a brand new book out there that says so, and you know who wrote it? He did, or she did. Two.
AZ Sun. He was the first one to comment. He was the first one. He was the first one in here. He's
Oh, there he is.
I was like, how do you say it? He says 2 at Sun.
Two
Arizona Sun. Maybe it's to the Arizona Sun.
I hope that's
That
what
makes
it meant.
sense.
If it
Arizona's got a lot of
doesn't,
sun.
I think that's what you should be going with.
I can't tell where people are usually. So you don't have to out yourself, but where are you from? 2 at Sun.
Yeah, that's right.
Country-wise.
Yeah,
You don't
where
have
is
to out
everybody
yourself.
here from, actually?
Penn Holderson.
What did he do?
Released the book. He's the one talking about the ADHD
Oh,
book.
nice. Okay. Shout out to Penn Holderson.
Well, it is kind of it is a superpower because our minds work in different ways. I mean, this is all thanks to the crazy overload of creativity.
Yeah, what
you
you're
get.
seeing here is sponsored by ADHD.
Yeah. Florida.
Good job. Nice, Florida. What's the weather like in Florida if you could do that in Celsius so I don't have to do any math? Because you're the only damn country that uses that.
Well, where did my thermostat thing go?
I took it because someone else needed it and was going to use it and read it.
I was reading it. 21 to 25 liters per 100 kilometers is what my school uses as well. So like
It
Oh,
seems
it's
with
pretty
school
close. Oh,
buses,
interesting.
like short buses, medium buses, long buses,
Yeah.
all get like plus or minus
Yeah.
like 5% about.
And
the
let me
same
guess,
fuel.
it doesn't get worse
It's
than
because
that.
we're pushing air
Yeah.
and we're running a big engine. I don't think that the length. Once you cut that air, I don't think it matters as like how long it is.
78 degrees Fahrenheit. So, a temperature.
That's like 21, 20. Well, it's a
78.
house.
78 is higher than 21. That seems hot. That's what is that? 23,
like
24? Yeah.
25 maybe.
I
I don't know.
We're just taking guesses
We don't
because
have access to the internet.
my minivan does 8.5 per 100 kilometers.
Yeah.
So Bob has an incredible
I have an
setup.
electric car that does 0.
Yeah. There's Bob just flexing his van. He's got well, I don't want to give too much away, but
Air conditioning is on.
air conditioning's on. Yeah, the windows are open, just creating more drag. Bob's got a great setup. For those of you that don't know, he's got a van that's like
You think your system's minimal? His is like ultra minimal.
ultra minimal.
No pump. He just has an air pump, which can also pump up the tires, which pressurizes the water bottle,
system.
which pushes it into the sink, which is awesome.
No, Bob's got a great setup, and it's totally undercover. You'd never know. It just looks like a regular old minivan with some nice looking rims and tires.
You can go anywhere. You can. There's no weight problems.
Nope.
I mean, it's a minivan, so I mean.
You can go in underground parking, which I can't do, which he can't do. Him and I are about a foot apart.
78 degrees is 25 degrees.
25 degrees. That is nice and toasty, Florida. We're on our way. Give us your address. We will come and see you right away. Do you have wall plugs? Oh wait, you have sunshine. We don't need them.
We don't need them yet.
Yeah, we'll give you power.
Give me one day.
We'll trade you for electricity.
Please, one day of sunshine will give me all I need for the week. It's all
Yeah.
I need, man. Just give me
Give me a little bit, man. What do you got? You guys are sun dealers? Yeah, you know what? Flights are pretty cheap. Here, let me give you a little bit of advice for anybody that wants to travel. Unsolicited advice. Go to Google Flight Maps. That's a great feature that nobody knows about. Put in where you're leaving from. Don't put a destination, and then just click Explore Map. It'll bring you up a map that just has price tags of places to fly. So right now, from Northern Ontario to get to Miami is $186
How do you know this? Are
round
you
trip.
selling them this or something?
This has been sponsored by Google Flight Maps, brought to you by ADHD.
I'm curious if like there was any like ads that might have like gotten in the middle of what we were talking about while we were.
What do you mean? You think it'll just play an ad?
I think it might. I
There's
don't know.
no way live
Yeah,
video show
no,
ads.
it gave me monetary.
Okay, guys, have you
settings.
guys seen any ads? That's really weird.
Ads? Look
Yes,
at ads.
really?
automator
There was
on.
an ad?
Yeah,
You said
when?
there was an ad. What kind of an ad? What was the ad for? Was it relevant to what we're talking about? Which
Doubt
is,
it. It's just whatever the algorithm or whatever the trackers think that they're interested in. Right?
Wow.
They're interested in bus stuff since they're here.
He said bus stuff for
Not,
the record.
not at all. No ads. Okay.
No ads? That'd be really weird because then it would be behind all the time.
Yeah, well, people would just lose a whole segment. I'm going to stop just for a second and see if it gives you an ad. I guess
I'm not even in the video
What's this
anymore.
button?
I'm
Oh,
just
look at
cropped
this,
right
look
now.
at this. Okay, I'm literally I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to click this insert ad button just see what happens because I'm learning. Ad inserted.
What does that mean? Did we just come back
wait,
from
wait,
an
wait,
ad?
no.
Go to the,
There's no way. That's not how live works.
Where's the? Does it show up at the bottom, guys? We don't even know what's going on. I'm not even in the
Are we
damn
live?
frame. He framed me right out.
Well, you've kind of keep sitting on the counter.
Yeah, I
you're
want to be.
supposed
Up,
to
I
sit
don't
over
have a
there.
damn seat. This guy doesn't have any seats. He just expects me to sit on my ass.
Ads, but not related.
So what are you guys seeing right now? I guess they just stay on. Did they just show up?
I don't know.
This is bad lighting. Where's
Ads
your
on
light?
there?
We need a light on our faces.
This is on, isn't it?
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
I had this perfect
Look
little
at my
setup,
face. Look at my
and then you
face.
came in and you just
Hang
wrecked
on. Look
the
at
whole
there's
thing.
light. I gotta be under here. Oops. Sorry about that, everybody. You don't have a little lamp?
Ad, look at ad popped up, but hit skip to get back to vid. I don't have ads.
Oh,
Maybe
nice.
that person. pays for-
$186 US dollars, so about $500 Canadian. From Ontario to Florida is amazing. Tomorrow I'm going from Lüneck to Hamburg and back by train and have to pay 30 euros, which is about 30 USD. This is crazy.
So
I don't know how far that is. How many kilometers is it from Lüneck to Hamburg?
So he's paying like 50 Canadian dollars. So yeah, our example, 186 was that Canadian?
No, that's Canadian. 186 Canadian.
So that's like
literally
250 American.
No, it's no,
Wait,
you
what?
went the wrong way.
Yeah, I fucked up.
So if it's $170 Canadian, it probably costs you 135, 140 bucks US to get from Northern Ontario to Miami and back. That's round trip. Yeah. So Google Flight Maps is really great. I'm literally not even in the shot. I'm just going to move this here.
Concurrent
we don't need your...
viewers?
Oh, I touched something. It says shooting mode for movies. There you go. Okay, so let me just move this so that I'm in
Wait,
the
you're
shot.
fine the whole time. It was a menu.
Watch. I can see that on the
Funny,
live
you
view.
moved, You moved it, and
Look
then
at
I
boom,
moved it
boom,
again.
boom. Look at on your
We're
little
watching
display.
ourselves.
Look at your display. There's a delay on your display from one camera to the next. Why?
One's wireless.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, really? Does that affect us talking to each other?
A little bit.
So there's no audio coming from this, though?
No.
Thank God. All right, we're figuring our stuff out. We're back. We're back in making sense, Bill.
It's just 60 kilometers. Oh, you're traveling 60 kilometers.
So 30 euros,
That'll
which
cost
is
you
30 US
50
dollars, which is
Canadian,
50 bucks, yeah.
to travel 60 kilometers.
That is expensive. It
interesting
seems
que-
like it's cheaper to fly because when I was there, I got from Ireland to London last year for like 40 euros by plane. I don't understand why it seems so
Yeah,
expensive.
how do you even take off for that price with that?
We got from, so last November, late in November, I went from Toronto in Ontario to Ireland for $303 round trip. Thanks to Google Flight Maps. You're welcome, Google. This better be a Google ad that shows up.
This is not an ad. We're not sponsored. There's 6 people here. Nobody better be. That's a bad deal. Someone
Yeah,
sponsored us.
sorry about that, Google.
You got
Someone sponsored us?
6 people watching?
Thanks, guys. Thanks for nothing.
7. Sorry. 7.
Yep. Oh my gosh. That's bananas.
Yeah, I don't know. We've been on here for like an hour and 20. I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, so there's another thing that happens with ADHD. What do they call it?
Time blindness. I feel like I've been on here for a little while because at first I was like,
Yeah, you look tired right now. You look like you're tired of this idea.
I was like, do, and now I'm like, whatever. It just feels a little chaotic. I feel
Not
like.
sponsored by caffeine.
It's just too much talking. I feel like for people to understand what we're talking about.
Do you think that, I think that the problem is we're talking to them. We should be talking to each other like we normally talk to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not going to be
That's
good,
why
though.
your setup was over there. You're supposed to be sitting talking to me.
So this is called the blame game. Oh, God. What are we going to talk about? We're going to end up in a debate. You're going to get all
You know what?
crazy.
That's okay.
And I'm going to stay
'Cause
fine.
every time
Everything's going to be okay.
Every time we debate, not debate.
It's a debate.
Yeah,
Me and Jordan were
start
talking about this
start
today.
yelling
He's
about
just
it.
like, yeah, Adam gets a little crazy.
Did he actually? That's funny.
Yeah. Which is good. He's very confident in his perspectives, be them right or right.
Yeah,
or
I'm
correct.
a little. This is how it is.
Claims it's a little autism. I don't know if it's that or just.
Oh,
he might just be dumb.
No. Yeah.
I mean, we're indecisive. One of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give us a topic to debate. No, I'm just kidding.
Topic to debate. Okay.
I think that our energy gets really big together when we're going to
Buses.
start to create something, and we have an idea.
We're literally creating it right now, but we're all like talking as if we're going to create it.
Right. Okay, let's talk about a future plan. What are we going to create? What have we been talking about?
We don't
lately?
have to plan anything right now. We're on the internet.
Let's just tell the internet what our plans are. What are we going to do here?
What are my plans?
Yeah.
I don't know. Make more videos.
It's been great.
Bye. Well, now it's just me.
Yeah, there it is.
Get out of here.
I love it.
We're like, we should have a podcast, or everybody has that idea, but it just turned into.
Well, this started out
Yelling
as
at each other.
well, he's doing some live videos, and it's a great test for all of our equipment here, his equipment, and I'm going to be using it while we're doing it. So I'm glad that we're testing your equipment and not my equipment.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, this wouldn't be live, first of all.
Yeah, you can't.
And we'd be filming like
Can't
this.
switch like this. Blah 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 blah.
It's not switching.
It's delayed. It did
There's a
switch.
delay.
See, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Wow. Anyways, unless you guys have any other questions, I think Adam's basic message is he's exhausted and doesn't know what to talk about.
Now people are gonna have to watch an hour and 21-minute video to get
Of us
three pieces of information out of it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to chop it up, and we're going to put it on YouTube Shorts. And we're going to give you the best bits of information. It's
Yeah.
funny because the best bits of information are still scatterbrained over probably about 8 minutes.
Even if you took a clip, it's us talking over each other.
Do you find that we talk over each other? That's a question for all of you. And if all 7 of you don't reply, we're ending this right now. You have 10 seconds.
Bang! The delay is more than 10 seconds. They did respond.
Yeah,
but
this
we
is
didn't
really
see
great.
it.
Where did they go? Bunch of jerks. I want to know what you guys are doing while you're watching us. Because I can't imagine it being just this. You know what else we should have? We should have music in the background.
So
Oh, wait,
many-
would we get copyrighted? Thought it was
We
fun.
can't have music.
No? Can it be any kind of music? What if
Can
we
be
get
copyright-
AI-generated music?
I don't know.
We're going to do AI-generated music so we can't get
I don't
copyright
know.
infringement.
There's already us talking over each other. I think music on top of that is just going to be like overload for anybody who's not thinking at 1,000.
David thought it was fun. I don't think there's
David-
any problem
David
here.
liked it.
David loved it.
Honestly, we got like, of the 7 people here, I think that 4 or 5 of you are actually communicating
Probably
with
just
us.
one of us. One of you are. Perfect conversation, back and forth. Bob is extraordinarily optimistic. And you know what? For a guy that's pushing just a little bit, he's probably going to be like 100 soon.
Bob?
He's in phenomenal shape and condition, mindset. It's great. Overcoming all the things that life can throw at him. I'm just kidding. He's not near 100 at all. But he's a little bit older than us. I'm a little bit older than him. And we all want to stay in good shape with a healthy mindset. And that guy is a really great example of it. So, and we both just happen to know the guy, which is just weird.
Yeah.
I don't know his son. You know his son, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know his son well. But I don't know him very well. But you know him very well and you don't know his son at all?
Hey, Bob, let me know. Shoot me a text. Adam could always join us this week. We're getting together to just hang out and chill out and shoot the breeze and see how life is going. And he's probably wondering if I've edited that video. Man, it's going to just be basically him. I'm just going to have to cut it up into a great little
Just
thing.
him? You got 2 other interviews, don't you?
Yeah, but his was the
his
best
was
one
good.
by far. Problem is I was having problems with batteries. This exact setup would have been so much better to just run continuously and
battery
forever.
that feeds off the giant battery, keeps the camera going, and then you got big battery.
So good. Oh, and also
Infinite power.
Also, you're not using memory cards because this is going live, right? That was my problem
it's
too. I was running out of. I just need bigger cards, bigger cameras.
Yeah.
For that type of a thing, I'm set up for shooting short films, not for 1-hour conversations. What are you gonna do? Call 1985 or just calling the past?
1985 is like a big brick phone.
Oh, what
Literally, as I.
what'd you
pulled
do
the phone
there?
up.
Adam's invited too. Look at that. You got an invite.
Yay! What?
No pressure, Bob.
What
is it?
set the live stream set up. Oh, that's for you. What?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
When
somebody
you flip
made-
this thing open, does it just show past?
No, someone literally.
notifications?
No, it said 442. I don't know who that is. That's a problem because the new phone, I don't have people's names in it yet.
Well, for those of you that follow Adam and who would be interested in following another guy that does a lot of the things that he does, but also that's, I don't know, I think I'm focused on like trying to be very, very healthy. I have an Oura ring and an EEG headband to read
He has
brain
ADHD and
waves.
he's got 100 thoughts going through his head at the same time.
I have so many less thoughts than 100. Like one. Half a one.
Forget everything you know.
I forget everything. You don't even think about your memory. So if you guys want to see me just as a puddle of drool, follow me on Instagram or on his YouTube. I'm Jerry Arbs everywhere. JerryArbs. Adam Glaze. ADAMGLEAICE.
You spelled it wrong.
I tried to really quickly spell it wrong and it confused me.
GLEHS.
I spelled it phonetically.
I am kind of ending my presence on Instagram.
You should go and follow him on Instagram because he needs to put out more content so that people can watch him.
He's getting right into the camera.
No,
I'm trying to get away from social media except for YouTube. I want to laser focus in on YouTube only and not on spending time on Reels or anything else. I don't want to waste my time anymore on my phone. So if you follow me on Instagram, I appreciate it. I'm probably not going to be on it. Here's the place to be, so you better subscribe.
This is a good place to be.
Here subscribed.
Yeah. So I think the next time you see us go live, we're going to have a couple of things that are a little bit more refined to talk about. Look at that.
56 views. 56 different people. I guess people kind of come and go. I don't know.
I don't know what that means. I think that if people come and go, does it count as a new viewer?
So congruent is 7 people at the same time.
Congruent? Is that like conglomerate?
Sure. But our congruent viewers, chat rate, ooh, this is the chat. We're
Oh,
getting
interesting.
4 chats per whatever.
Look at that. Look at that.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
Anyways,
so I'm putting together some content in the next little while about how to keep yourself calm and present and focused and to lessen anxiety and to manage stress, all of those things. And things like this Oura ring, not a sponsored ad by Oura. Nobody, not that anybody would question that with our 4 viewers. I want to measure it to make sure that everything that I'm doing and I've learned is actually working in my life. So this tracks my sleep and my all kinds of. I won't get into it. I always go into a long tangent. And
he's going into a long tangent. I'm already spacing out. So if I'm spacing out, I don't know if anybody else is also following along.
No, I think that most
think
people
it's gonna
have
kinda
more
keep it
interest
bus
in
related.
things that people say.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep it like bus and like.
Just
off-grid
completely
related.
disregards that.
What did you say? I literally wasn't listening. I shut off my ears so I could talk. I can't.
Adam wants you to know that the only thing that's important on this channel is purely his bus. Other than that, we're not talking about it. Adam, as a human being, not interested.
No.
No, just a shell of a human.
I
and that shell looks like a bus.
It's not that I think that this bus is super interesting or anything. I just think that people are directly here because of it.
Do you think that your bus is more interesting than you?
No. This bus is me. Well, that's why it's like
I don't know how I feel about
Adam
that.
and Atlas. It's Adam.
Shouldn't it be Atlas and Adam? So that this is really about the bus and not really about you?
No, it's about me.
What
What if I get rid of the bus?
What if
Change the YouTube
this
name.
channel didn't have you in it and it was just the bus? And you never mentioned your name. It was
pretty.
just a voice.
Yeah, no good.
No?
Yeah, but what if it also think the other way? What if it's just me, but like nothing interesting?
I barely can handle listening to you during the... Unlike you, I don't phase out when you talk.
Huh? If I get wrapped up in my own thoughts, I can't hear you.
These are the fun social conversations that we actually have, are those ones that we're just beginning, because I like to challenge that concept of who he is and what we do as two people. And then it either phases out or gets very overwhelmed by my...
Yeah.
I think yesterday, it's so funny, we were out with a friend today, and you had said to Jordan that you're like, I don't know, yesterday it was just the sun and it was like seasonal laugh factor. Sorry, I just got really overwhelmed. I'm like, or was it me showing up with candy coffee for you? I call it candy.
No, I was manic because the weather was nice.
And then I gave you about 6,000 things about scheduling and life and all these other things. And I'm like, well, I think I'm going to go now. I think you sound kind of overwhelmed. He's like, I am. I'm like, okay, bye. And left with 2 empty coffee mugs and we were both like, gonna get our day done.
No, the weather was really nice and I was just like, it felt like spring. And for spring for me is like the end of the winter depression. And it felt a little bit like that. And I was like I could feel parts of my brain activating.
Thanks, David.
That I haven't felt before. Thanks, guys. Got to go bye. We're going to end this in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. That's
To wrap up.
Take your vitamin D so you don't get seasonal depression. 5,000 international units a day with vitamin K so it absorbs.
Oh, okay. I'm getting a special call.
It's not a special call. You take that and I'll wrap this up.
No, I'll call her back. God.
She's probably watching.
Yeah, maybe she is.
Amazing.
I don't know if she would have found this.
Well, I hope that something here was informative or interesting or entertaining to the very least for everybody that was watching.
Yes, thank you for joining. This is the first one. It's a little rough. Testing out the waters. Thank you to the loyal people out there, anybody who's subscribed. All the topics that we talk about in here, there might be a video about it. Go check out the channel. That's Jerry Arbs, at Jerry Arbs on YouTube and on Instagram. I'm clearly Adam from Adam and Atlas because that's where you're at. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye, everybody.
See you later. Bye, Bob.